Come on a journey with me, Bree Lawrenson, where we talk about the stories behind the scenes in the music industry. Grab a drink or four. This is your front row ticket in to the distillery with me, Bree. Over 100 transport trailer trucks with my face on them, all because one of my amazing Patreon members came up with a promotional idea and he wanted to help spread my music. Our community is that amazing. Join us now, join the party and the street team now. Bree Lawrenson on Patreon.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Distillery. I am Addict T, and with me I have
Bree Lawrenson.
Bree fucking Lawrenson, who is coming off a huge win last week with her big opening act at
I like
that.
Twain. Huge win.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel like I'm in the NHL.
That's right, or NFL.
Okay.
Which reminds me, football season starting soon. Let's go Bills.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
So today what we're going to be talking about is a little bit of Bree's rehearsal. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about show day. Now, before we get into that, Bree, how are you feeling so far this week? How was it kind of the few days leading up to the show? How was it a few days kind of coming down? How are you doing?
I'm doing better than I was last week. But thankfully, last week was like crazy busy, so I didn't have a lot of time to be in my own head about it. which was perfect, because I can be in my own head.
A little bit at times. A lot of times, yeah.
And then the day of the show, I was also really busy because we were filming so much content for the Patreons and for TikTok and all the social media stuff, that I didn't really have much time to be nervous about it either. So,
well, good. That's a good thing.
Yeah, but I still feel like right now I just have like a huge sort of weight lifted because this show was, looming over my head since February.
Yeah.
So it took a while, for me to calm down from it, the stress of it all and stuff. But at the same time, the overwhelming amount of gratitude that you feel when you're up on the stage, like there was 30,000 people there.
It's crazy. That's insane.
And I felt like more relaxed than I thought I would. It was crazy. And I was sober.
You're in your element.
I was completely dead, stone cold sober.
Awesome.
Usually if you're, you want to get loosened up a little, take the edge off. Like me and the band, has a few drinks before we get on stage. Just like any other band.
Well, let's not get too much into it here. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about show day. We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
You
said you weren't going to interrupt me.
Well, that was a lie. I have a very hard time with that. It's because sometimes I get these things in my head. I need to spit them out before I forget. So let's talk about rehearsal. Mm-hmm. So this was your first time rehearsing with this band, and you guys were going to play Bluesfest 2 days later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you kind of talk us a little bit how rehearsal went?
It wasn't like we were going into it blind. We had it known about it and been practicing.
So they've been practicing your songs, basically, that your set list.
Yeah. And they did amazing. Like they played exactly like the record. So that's all you could really ask for.
Yeah.
And it was great once we all got there. And I think I was more scared of like the setup and having because we were going to do in-ear monitors on stage, which is what we did. But we weren't practicing with them, so it was going to kind of be a little bit different. But I didn't want to blow my voice like the day before.
Of course. Of course.
I didn't. We had an amazing venue to rehearse in. The acoustics were great, and it was a beautiful stage, so we could actually be on a stage and really get to be like in our own elements where we were going to be on the day of the show, like in our own spots and stuff. So it went really well, and I was like, man, these guys are incredible players.
Yeah, so tell us kind of a little bit who the band is.
Yeah, so my friend Brad Scott, I play with many times before. He is a Valley guy. He's Valley Guitar Man. Yeah. And you can follow him on Patreon, Brad Scott.
We should see if we can take out some of the audio that we did with the interview that we put on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then we could see if we can kind of strip the audio and throw it in this clip as well.
Yeah, that would be...
Them. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
That'd be a lot of editing for me, it sounds like.
Well, yeah, it will.
You're giving me more work.
Pretty much.
Anyways, Brad is an amazing artist and talent, and, writes his own music. He plays... I feel like he plays everything. Yeah. He plays, he's first and foremost fiddle, and then lead guitar, acoustic guitar, I think he said he played banjo, pedal steel. Anyway,
he plays pedal steel too.
Yeah,
crazy.
So he's the band leader. I knew that I could trust him to gather up like an A team of musicians to play the Shania show with me. So he did. We also had Jeremy Barteau. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Or Bartot. But Jeremy's the lead guitar player for the Rivertown Saints, which is also a huge Canadian country band. And they're active and playing all over the place and releasing music, so check them out. And then we had Andrew LaMarche on drums, and I always wanted to play with him because I'd known him from sort of around the area, so it was awesome to finally get to play with him. And then we had Miss Laura Greenberg on bass, and it was amazing to have a girl in the band.
Yeah, it was cool.
I've never had that before. Yeah. I don't know why.
Well, you know what? She was awesome, and she did a lot of.
She rocked it.
She killed it. I mean, you guys all did, but
yeah.
We talked a lot about her touring in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
The UK, which was amazing, and I know Andrew's done the same, and Brad Scott's done the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jeremy has as well, but it was really cool to kind of, get to hear some of those stories and stuff of being on the road and kind of, the van life, so to speak, down there.
That's one of the most exciting parts about it, is just getting to talk to everyone and seeing what their experience in the music industry is, and getting their perspective on things.
Yeah.
We had some really great conversations after we played all the music.
Yeah, I think leading up to it, everyone was just a little nervous and a little anxious and stuff like that to kind of get it done.
We'd never played together as a band before.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then it was really cool to kind of really sit down and talk to everybody after and kind of going. Poor Brad had to catch a plane right after the show.
Yeah, so Brad had to go back
we had a car
all the way
waiting for him, which was cool.
To Calgary, yeah.
So rehearsal went well. So yeah, I mean, the initial setup was a little tough because we had so much equipment that we brought with us to the venue. We had 3 speakers, stands, lights,
and then my big Mackie board.
The big board. We had the in-ear monitor system, amps, guitars, wires upon wires upon more wires, extension cords and stuff like that. So we were there very, very early, and we were able to set up, which was good because it took us a little bit of time, I think, right at the beginning to get everyone going and get everybody in the right, kind of plugged in correctly and get everyone in the right headspace. So,
yeah.
And you're able to film some really cool content as well.
Yeah, it was great.
For rehearsal, we did in the day of life?
A day in the life, yeah. You can see all of them most of them on TikTok. We've got some more exclusive content on Patreon too. So it's just Brie Lawrenson Music on TikTok.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of
that was really cool.
Brie Lawrenson, on TikTok.
And so rehearsal went well. So you guys did how many takes per song?
We did just 2.
Just 2. That's insane. That blows my mind.
I know, and then we got up there the day of, and we didn't even get to practice with the horn section. We just
so we'll get into that too.
We just did like a 3-minute sound check.
That's awesome.
It was so.
That's crazy that you guys only ran through the songs twice together, and then you literally rocked the shit out of it on stage.
Yeah, but that's the nature of it. Like, music is universal, so
yeah,
as long as you're all given the same material to work on, all you have to do is.
That's true. I never really thought of it like that.
Get together.
Yeah,
but the thing, but it is hard because
too, right?
You have to have chemistry. You have to, and after a while, if you're to the point where you're playing lots of shows, eventually you get really used to like reading each other on stage. So there is that, like, you're kind of going into it blind because you've never played with these people before, so you're hoping that you can like intuitively do all the right things and not be a total train wreck.
Well, you know what I find from being a spectator during a rehearsal, your first run through, like, it sounded great, right? It sounded good, but your second rehearsal, you can just tell, it's just like the first time everybody, it was like a feeler for everybody, and even the guitarist kind of going back and forth. You play this part, I play that part, and then you'd hear the drummer, okay, I'll lead this song in like this, and just running through it a second time, you were just like, oh, I was like, holy shit,
it's neat.
Like, you guys sound like even better than the first time. Like,
oh yeah, like, and then when the third time was at the Bluesfest stage,
and then,
with the horn section, so he sounded even better.
Which was really cool to meet the horn section, the leader. We spoke to him.
The Texas horns.
The Texas horns,
The leader's, his name is Kaz.
Yeah, Kaz. He was a really, really nice guy, and they do a lot of traveling. It's crazy. They've been playing Bluesfest now for about 15 years.
Yeah, they do every year they come, and they tour all over. They're all from Texas.
Really, really nice guys. It was really cool to kind of hang out with them for a little bit.
And even, like, there was a little bit of a miscommunication with the set list. I don't think they got 3 of the songs. Like, they only got 6 of the songs, but we had 3 more. And he told me that right before we were going to get on stage.
Oh, good.
Good. Well, he told me that while we were on stage during sound check, which only lasted for 3 minutes. But anyway, he's like, oh no, I don't think we got the last 3. I was like, well, that's okay. You guys just can, like, freestyle if you want. And he's like, oh, I don't know. What's the key of the last song? What's the key of it? And I was like, B minor D. And then
that's what I would have guessed.
And then I was like, it's the same 4 chords over and over. Like, it's pretty easy. There is a bridge. And he's like, oh, there's a bridge. I'm like, yeah. Where it kind of, like, comes down. It's like a breakdown bridge. So we're just literally talking about the song before we play it together. So hold on.
Sorry, what is a bridge? Just explain it to everybody.
A bridge in the song is usually like a change in the song.
Okay.
Like a change of melody or a change of rhythm. A change.
Okay.
And it's usually, like, right in the middle
of the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
So you told him there's a bridge, and then what was his kind of reaction?
He's like, okay, and like, that's pretty much all the communication that we had time for. And then we were getting all set up, and I could not. I could hear during sound check for the 3 minutes that we were doing the in-ear sound check, but then all of a sudden, when I got on stage, I could not hear anything. I couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear myself. I could hear myself better than anyone else, but I couldn't really hear the guitars. It's almost like something got kerfluffled. It's very stressful, and it was the first day.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your sound check and the festival then. So, when you initially kind of woke up in the morning, how were you feeling? Were you obviously nervous, I'm assuming? Were you anxious? Were you kind of like ready to ride? Because I find the days like that can kind of drag on in the mornings because we didn't have to be there till the afternoon. Yeah, so it was kind of like, do. But no, I felt like I stayed busy because Samaya was really
on me about the content.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, now we're going to do this. Now, then we're going to do that. So change into this and that. And I'm going to do your hair. And like, it was just kind of almost felt like my wedding day, you know?
Yeah. But no, that's good. I mean, again, we were able to squeeze in a lot of content the past, week, last week.
For sure. We've definitely taken advantage.
We're trying to step up our game a little bit if we're able to. So, so we drive. So we meet everybody at a park and ride. We drive down to the place, to the backstage for Bluesfest. We kind of get in there, and then we got in there 3:00.
3:30. I think there was traffic. I was like, great.
So
of course,
take us through what time your sound check was, and kind of take us through kind of what happened, because it was a bit of a craziness kind of happening there, which made, I think, everybody nervous.
Because Shania Twain has 8 tour buses, there was no room for our cars.
We just kind of parked on the road, which the security was pretty cool about. So
yeah, they were great. And then we were all taken to our trailer, and thank God, it had beautiful AC and drinks and food. And then it was just like everyone had been, because we had to figure out some things at will call for one of the band members as well. So it was just kind of like a lot of running around, and then it's like hurry up and then wait, because then we were told we needed to be on the stage by 4 for sound check.
4, yeah.
And then they were running late, and then I was like, okay, maybe I have time. I was going to go live with one of my favorite creators, and he was going to help me do my makeup.
Yeah. Who's that, so people can follow him?
Daniel Renee.
Awesome.
And you can follow him on TikTok.
Shout out to Daniel.
He's amazing. I love watching his lives. And yeah, like he even called me on the phone the night before to talk about like the products that I had for my makeup, and I feel like I'm still a total rookie when it comes to makeup.
Yeah.
But he's taught me a lot. But anyway, we ended up not having time to do the live at all, and it was like, okay, you got to be on the stage now.
Well, hold on a second. So 4:00, your original sound check was supposed to start, right?
Yeah, I don't think what time did it start at?
I think you guys started at 4:30. I think you had to finish by about 5 because they were letting people in.
Yeah.
So they finally got you guys on stage. It was like 4:15, 4:30.
Yeah.
And then
the stage manager comes over to me, and he's like, I'm so sorry, but like, do you mind? We have to open the gates, and people are going to start coming in. And I'm like, that's fine. We'll get this done quick. And then he's like, you're so nice. Like, wow. He's like,
shouldn't be in this business.
What a relief. I feel like he's had to deal with some others that weren't that nice.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, you do, whatever you can to get us rolling.
I think you guys played half a song, right? As a sound check, pretty much. And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And then they were like, you're done. You're done.
And so kind of, can you take the listeners through what you're getting out of sound check? Like what is it exactly that you guys need to sound check?
Yeah. Okay. Like our instruments, obviously. Okay. Good. Good.
Did you get that though?
Yeah. I get it.
Okay.
And okay. So I'm sorry, I'm live streaming on TikTok right now. So sorry if I start talking to other people that no one can see. Anyways, it's okay, I totally lost my train of thought.
So we were talking about sound check, kind of what you want to get out of it.
Okay, yeah. So the mixes. So everyone has their own mix, but we have to all sound together as one mix. And I want to be able to hear the lead guitars and my voice, mostly my voice, in my ears. So we have in-ear monitors. They're called in-ear monitors. And they're great because they're especially for the fact that you don't have to carry around the big monitor speakers, and you can all be like in each other's mixes right in your ear. I find them a little funny to use. I always have to have one off because I like to hear the echo of the venue and like the way that they have me mixed in the main stage, because a lot of the times I can't hear the reverb that I want to hear in my mix.
And reverb is just like an echo.
Like, the acoustics. So yeah, we're just all looking to make sure we can hear ourselves and each other. And
so you were able to hear yourself, and then
all of a sudden it was like kind of, it just wasn't the same mix.
Yeah.
But maybe it was the fact that we didn't have long enough to sound check. Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, I think that was a part of it as well.
Yeah, because a lot of it is like after you do one full song, then you can be like, okay, I need more of you. I need more of you, and that's literally what we all did, because we only had 2 minutes to get through the first half of the song. And we all put our instruments down when they told us to get off the stage, and we all went straight to the sound director and said, we need more. I need more guitar. I need more this and that.
Well, I believe the delay was because the drum set wasn't set up right. So there was a house set that your band member couldn't use, that Andrew couldn't use, or
he couldn't use it,
or he couldn't. Or what was the deal with that? Because there was already one on stage.
I don't know. I didn't even. I was totally on another. Plane.
But that's what took so long, right? They had to literally set it up from scratch. So it took about a half hour.
Yeah.
Like, by the time he was up, he had the drum set up and sound check completed for drums, because sound check takes a while for drums, right?
Yeah, it's such a stressful hour or two. You know?
Oh yeah.
And then once you're on the stage, you're like, it's like all of this weight just kind of comes down, and then you're just like enjoying the moment.
And you were on this beautiful square thing.
Yeah.
Was that Shania's or?
Yeah, so they had to build that for her.
Yeah, it's like granite.
And it lit up. It's
insane.
Like we were literally standing on lights.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was really cool. And I getting off the stage, I almost jumped off to the side, right on the side lights.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna. I had to walk out. I did that
when because after you were done, I went up and got your guitar and the cord.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I didn't lift my leg up high enough, and I hit the light.
Oh no!
And it started teetering back and forth, and I'm like, oh god! I was like, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break.
Oh my god! I did not know that at all.
So you guys were done your sound check, so immediately you rush off stage, and you guys all had to get ready, right? Because you guys were it was a hot day.
Yeah, we weren't wearing.
So you guys weren't wearing your show clothes. So
no.
By the time you guys kind of got all that done,
we didn't even get to have showers, and we were like all sweaty.
Yeah. So by the time you guys got all that done, we filmed a little bit more content. You guys coming out and stuff, and then it was time. So, but let's talk about a little bit what happened just before you guys went up on stage, because you guys were all missing your in-ear packs.
Yeah.
And I remember the stage guy was pissed.
I ran over to them.
Yeah.
To the stage manager. It almost, he was like, what? I'm like, I don't have packs. And then I looked at the others, and they didn't have them either. And
he was pissed. He called on the radio, and then when the guy showed up to grab the packs, he just looked at him straight in the face, pointed in his face, was just like, don't ever do this again. And I was just like, man, shit just got real backstage.
Yeah, it is real backstage.
But it's stressful, right? Because you're trying to follow a timeline, and it's everything's got to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very, very stressful. So take us through the whole experience.
Of being on the stage. It was great. I couldn't believe how they were just rocking out.
Yeah, you guys put on, it wasn't just great music, it was a show.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And you guys crushed it.
And looking back at the video and the footage and just seeing myself on the Jumbotron, I'm like, wow.
It's amazing.
And loving what I saw, that's really cool, because there's been a lot of times where I didn't like what I saw, but I've come so far, and I'm like, wow, I think that we looked amazing, and there was really no glitch in any of the songs at all, even though we couldn't really hear each other.
That must have been tough. I mean, did you find that a little frustrating, kind of, as as it went on?
Because I was like, I just couldn't hear.
Could you still hear cues? Did you know the cues and stuff like that?
Yeah. And I mean, because Andrew is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's the drummer, and that's the one, he's kind of the one that holds us together.
Yeah.
And, with all of our experience of playing with many different people many times, we all just knew what to do.
What was your favorite song to play?
Life is a Highway.
Yeah, you guys killed that.
That was a fun one.
They put together, so the band, I saw this video today. I think it was Caitlin. Shout out to Caitlin.
I know. Hi, Caitlin.
I think she was the one who uploaded it maybe, or yesterday or something.
I'm so happy I got to go for lunch with her the next day.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So when you guys were on stage playing Life is a Highway, I feel like they created this like Bermuda Triangle around you.
Yeah, they did.
And you were like this person like dancing in the middle, like just going nuts. And then you hit that note, then I was just like, oh my God.
Your sister was the
cool.
sweetest ever. It's like her reaction when I got off stage, she was like, it was so amazing. She's like, that was fucking awesome. And she loves live music so much.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, for sure.
She's like, if you ever get to meet Harry Styles, you have to promise me. I will help you as much as I can. And you don't have to pay me at all. I only want to meet Harry Styles.
I told her payment is just us loving her.
Yeah,
That's Now, shout out to Smaya for helping us definitely with all the content and the different things last week. So I love you, kid.
Incredible of her. Yeah.
And
needed her.
So we got some cool videos and stuff. So can you kind of tell us anything else about the show? Like what was kind of going through your head?
I got to see Shania like at the end for like 5 seconds.
But what was going through your head while you were on the
while I was on the stage?
Yeah.
Just don't fuck up.
Really? You're kind of saying that to yourself on stage?
Yeah. And yeah.
And it was really cool at times too when you're starting a song. You had Brad just right there, and then Jeremy on the other side, and they were just like going crazy with their guitars. So
they were.
Overall, it was honestly it was an amazing show. You guys are absolute professionals for putting on something like that didn't really give you a hell of a whole lot of rehearsal time.
They're true professionals.
True professionals. So,
and they're just amazing people. There were no egos, no nothing.
Nope, that's it. Shout out to the band and
and let's do some more of that.
Yeah.
Let's play some more stages for Shania.
Stone Cold Steve Austin says, "I'll see you down the road."
I'll see you down the road.
So and then after you were done. So Samaya and I were trying to get you on camera so we can kind of add into a clip of you like walking off the stage. But there was 2 different entrances for the stage, and we thought she was going to go left. And then so we went left, and then we're like videotaping the whole thing. We're like, oh, this is going to look great, her walking off stage.
You thought I was coming off on the other side?
Yeah. And then suddenly you're on the other side. So we like ran over.
Because that was the easiest side for me to walk off.
Yeah.
I realized when I got on the stage that I should have got on the stage on
the other side.
Yeah, because I had to walk all the way behind the drums.
Yeah, you walked behind the drummer.
No, I walked in front of the drums and behind the horn players to get up on stage. I was like, fuck.
Well, now you know for the next time.
Yeah.
But anyways,
the next time we get to play Shania Twain stage.
Yeah. I was like, damn it would have looked so cool to kind of have you come out on that. But
yeah.
Overall, I rate that show like a 20 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Well, that makes 100%. Me feel so good.
You guys.
And, shout out to our friends that came from the States. I just love you guys so much.
Yes, thank you guys. It was so nice spending time with you guys.
They said they could hear people in the audience saying that they drove like 6 hours just to see me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, that's just... When they're saying that they're going to drive somewhere to see me, and Shania Twain is the headliner.
That's amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it reminds me, some guy at work he has a CD of yours at home, wants your autograph. So
okay.
Okay. I didn't tell you about that till now. So. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. We thank you for your support. And we appreciate all your likes and your comments on our podcast and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everything in between. So thank you guys so much. Mm-hmm. If you have any questions for Bree, where can they reach you at, Bree?
BreeLawrenson.com.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Because we are going to be doing another question episode coming up in the next little bit, so get your questions. We still have a couple more from last time, I believe. I got to double check my emails.
I think
I think we still have a bunch left over from last time as well, so I'll pick a couple out of that.
And if you guys have any questions, just go to BreeLawrenson.com and you can sign up to the email list and you can email me.
Awesome.
Right there.
Thank you, Tim, so much, producer, as always, and as Joe Dirt says, keep on keeping on.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next
one.
Bye. Guys, we are back at the distillery. Thank you so much for tuning into the special content we got going here. And we have a gentleman here. Can you give us your name, please?
Oh, my name is Brad Scott.
Brad Scott, and what are you doing here?
I'm one of the electric guitar players for Brie Lawrenson.
For Brie Lawrenson on July 6th for Shania, Twain. How did the rehearsal go?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Awesome. And you flew out from?
I flew out from Calgary.
From Calgary. So is that where you live? That's where you got a bunch of stuff going on?
I actually live in Canal Flats, BC.
Okay.
But I flew in this week and literally got off the plane and came here for a rehearsal. So.
Oh, that's amazing. That's the type of dedication we have here. Brad, thank you so much. Where can people find you online?
People can find me at bradleydscott.com. And I also have a Patreon with the same name.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Brad. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the distillery. More to come. Awesome, man. All right, guys. Again, the distillery is back, and we have a special guest here. And can I get your name?
Laura Greenberg.
Laura Greenberg. And what are you doing here today, Laura?
I play bass.
Play bass, and she is going to be on stage July 6th with the boys, with Brie. Brie is super excited to have another female on stage join her. I'm so excited to watch you guys go and kick some ass. And before we let everyone go, can we just get your socials, if you know them?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram and probably Twitter, but I haven't been on there in about, 5 years. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Guys, the distillery, we'll see you again. That was it.
You can just...
Guys, the distillery Attic Tea, we got another special guest. And can I get your name, please?
Jeremy. My name is Jeremy.
Jeremy, what are you doing here today?
Playing some tunes with my friend Brie.
Oh, shit. So you're saying July 6th, you're going to be Shania Twain with Brie Lawrenson in the band?
I am at Bluesfest.
Oh, that's amazing. We are so excited. It's going to be a great show. And before I let you go, because I know you got a bunch of things you got to do over there, anything you want to plug in for this summer?
I'm playing a bunch of shows with my own band, Rivertown Saints, in and around Ottawa, all over Ontario. You can check it out on our website, rivertownsaints.com, and our social media. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, guys. Check it out, rivertownsaints.com. I'm Attic T. We'll see you next time. Thanks, man.
Sick.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another little mini episode of the distillery. Here I have...
Andrew LaMarche.
Andrew LaMarche. And what are you doing here, Andrew?
I play drums. I was playing drums with the band today.
Oh, shit. July 6th, Bluesfest, Shania Twain. Andrew's going to be on the drums. Andrew, can you tell us a cool, quick fact about you? Put you on the spot.
I own 6 drum kits, and I can never sell them even though I should.
Do you want to, though, sell them or no?
No, but running out of room. Still learning how to play.
Awesome, guys. Andrew LaMarche, the drummer for July 6th Bluesfest. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Awesome.